this is not an out draft, or at least it's a very well designed draft. I think that the ideas are clear. I agree with your points, and these are the points I pointed out earlier as well, right? That this offlane is very weak, and this might be a problem for them. But if you can mitigate that one weakness in your draft, you have a really solid draft overall. I love the Lich Lifestealer combination. I think you've dealt with this Sven very nicely. I think this Lifestealer is a really good pickup. Even if Legion is good against them, Lich should be able to stop that from being too impactful. And the Legion was a great idea to cancel Night Stalker to a degree, but this means that you don't really have an offlaner. You have another with a duel won't be able to do much unless you're catching the Lina in it. And even then, that's going to be tough. You can have the Crippling Fear to deal with. It's not easy. And you can't be the frontline initiator because you need to press the attack to deal with the Crippling Fear. So if you're caught in the Crippling Fear, you can't use it.
That's true, but we do have 2 Master Tier Spirit players for Liquid that can definitely do the initiation, right?
No, for sure. But you can't be the frontline tank, essentially, is what I'm saying. And Lifestealer deals well with Sven, so there are good chances for Empire this match. This is a much better draft. I'm really happy with this.
It is. I completely agree with that. I would still give the edge here to Liquid, though. I think, yeah, you know, it's not going to be your boxy frontlining kind of LC like you might want, but I don't think you really need one when you have, what, 38 bonus strength on a Sven who may or may not have God Strength active. Like, what do you do against that here if you're Team Empire? This is a great start, though. This should be first blood here onto Mikke. He's going to be body blocked by Seiyu. Sanya is at least going to give him a little bit more healing. They're going to have to work for it here, but another LSA here should just about condemn him. And yes, I believe it will. They're even going to try and give the kill here to Depressed Kid. Mikke really making him work for it, and he's going to try and get himself to quote-unquote denied to the tower. And once again, Liquid, actually last time it was Empire, but this time Liquid, they're going to lose their carry early, but avoid giving the first blood bonus.
Best case scenario. But still, I gotta say, kudos to Empire for doing this, because we already talked about the useless of Earthshaker or whatever. Him just being able to do this small thing early is infinity more than I expected from him at this point in the game. So I think it's a pretty big win for you. You shouldn't be able to get these off. You really want to punish them. Well, on the other hand, Liquid, being the lane dominating team that they are, went for Orb of Venom on the Omnight. Love this build, actually. And he's going to trade endlessly against this Night Stalker Earthshaker. And the only things that you can really do is, well, pull the creep wave.
So I think, by the way, you're totally right about the kind of uselessness of the Shaker, but something at least that they do have going their way this game, as here we go, the very classic, this is always where the creep lanes meet in the bottom lane, isn't it? Is Insania...
When they want to go for a river.
Yeah, when the river brawl is... They can't really stop the Shaker from pulling and like doing creep lane shenanigans like he is here. That at least is something in his favor.
In the beginning, when Omni doesn't have enough stats, sure. But later on, he will be able to, because he just hit you to death. Like, you can get away with 1 or 2 of these, but at this point, look how much regen Satchel had to use just to get the creeps. Like, then Insane is fine because of the purification. Satchel's out of regen now. He'll probably eat the last tango, and then he'll be out of regen. Yeah. And we still have Insania with a salve, with 2 tangos. He has the purification. He's winning the regen wars with this fight, and he even got a couple of last hits out of it. So it's not too bad, and this is the power of Omnet having great base stats. He's just a bad in 2.0, honestly. You play him just like that.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean,
that's why I think this lane is still weak. I think the Omnet's a great pick, and look how easy this fight is for him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the issue, is that you're not going to stop the Sven from farming. But while Shaker has boots and the Omni Knight doesn't, I think, like, Seiyu is going to go uncontested and just, yeah, here he goes. He's going to go ahead and pull the... What is this? Skipping the wave, I suppose, right? He's just going to go ahead and skip it. This is the best thing that they can do. Kill mid lane, though, as Taiga will rotate on over. Not a very fun Lina game here, is it? Versus the Shaker. Sorry, versus the Spirit, the Earth and Storm Spirit.
Yeah, actually, relatively easy kills once the Storm Spirit gets 6 as well. Lina, her best bout against these kind of lineups is to just fight back and try to get a kill on the enemy 4, but against a Storm, you will die because he deals too much damage. Top lane, they're also going for Vent Score, but of course, Legion Commander, so not that good. Still good try. The lanes are going as I expected them to, which is a slight advantage for Liquid, but not as much as last game. Where Empire really shines is the mid game, so I don't think they're too concerned about this. As long as the lanes go okay-ish, they just can't lose the press kid 2 or 3 more times. They can lose him once. Once is okay, but not 2 or 3.
Yeah, once is fine. I think you almost expect that when you're versus a Tusk, when you're versus an Earth Spirit especially. But does need to at least make sure he's not getting too that he's not being put too far behind the 8 ball here, because he will really begin to struggle. Nice play though, at least Seiyu, by him just not being on the map and showing, does put a little bit of fear into Koikva, because he can at least gank mid lane relatively easily, while Koikva's not level 6 yet, so they're buying a little bit more space here for Depressed Kid. But speaking of space, and speaking of someone who's got absolutely none of it, it's Shachlo, as Insania is just basically keeping him underneath his tier 1 tower.
Yeah. You're like, oh, if only I had a 4 that could pull my... Oh, my 4's mid. And that's the best thing you can probably do as well, because he's going to... Oh, he's poking, poison up, not quite. He should still be... Oh, never mind, no, he did poke him mid. My bad. Koikva's going to die with this. They push him forward. Oh, brotherly love. But is that going to be enough, though? They're chasing after him. Koikva with a bottle healing. One last hit from Lina. Dragon Sleep, the purification from Insania. There's a reason why Liquid is called the best early game team. That was very good.
That was very clean. Yeah, that was super clean. Really good stuff out from Taiga. You know, as there's this really old YouTube content creator, Frey537 or something, you know, the best way to play Earth Spirit is play him like a firefighter, just saving all of your mates. That time saving his brother by kicking him over a fissure. Really, really great stuff. Because if they got that kill, ooh, man, Empire, they would have been, you know, feeling a lot better about things. But at least for now, actually, Koikva really struggling for the past couple of minutes.
I like the implication of that phrase that firefighters don't say people that aren't their mates. So if they see somebody just like, you're like, I guess you died today.
Fair.
Smiling Knight is suffering a lot against a Legion commander. I did mention earlier this lane tends to be won by Legion. Of course, Frost Shield mitigates that, but Penscore decided not to put a single point in it. So there's no mitigation. Lifestealer will lose the mono against Legion. Press the attack, or sorry, Moment of Courage is stronger than Feast, at least in the moment. Later it'll become different, of course.
And now
we do get to our first Knight though. Let's see what Night Stalker can do.
Exactly.
So, oh, he's going to farm creeps.
He's
gonna pull the wave. But he can only do this because he has the extra movement speed.
Kid. Nice kickback from Taiga into the purification. A good stun though. Seiyu waiting for the fissure. Will find 3, but he's going to force the Press Kid to take the river here. Insania just going to run him down with boots on Lina, but also boots on the Omni Knight, trying to just run for it. He's going to lose the stack of Fiery Soul. Another roll in from Taiga will secure the kill. Here's Shachlo though. Koikva as well, still in the fray. Not quite close to level 6 here as Fanscore with the Sinister Gaze will be pulled back into his death. Koikva now looking for Shachlo as Insania still fighting along with them. Seiyu's got another fissure, however. Liquid, I think they're going to have to give up the chase for now. This is a lot of action in the mid lane, isn't it?
I thought that a Night Stalker would be able to beat an Omni Knight when it's nighttime, but apparently not. The Omni is so strong. Now, they catch Koikva though. Koikva, help with the Heavenly Grace. Still no ball lightning. Got caught by the fissure. Heavenly Grace keeping him alive for long. One left up to Vortex and he will go down. That was very greedy of Koikva. He didn't even go that far in.
Yeah, that's huge because he's so close to level 6. Like he simply just doesn't die like this anymore if he's level 6.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that they tried so many times, like they tried, what, 3 times to kill him underneath his tower, I guess including this attempt here in the mid lane, and they don't get him, and now they finally do when he's like 1 creep wave away from 6. Oh, that hurts.
And the Press Kid was winning the lane because he died 4 times in Storm. So you can tell he has better CS. He actually gets Taiga as well. The Press Kid, not quite pulled to the other side of the fissure, so he's capable of running away. Insania comes back in. Dragon Slave, Vanscore nearby, has the Sinister Gaze, also the Frost Shield, but not the range to use either.
Yep.
So
no Frost Shields.
Empire will let him go.
Still no Frost Shields.
Sorry, the Frost Blast.
Yeah.
I meant to say.
Frost Blast. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 201 build right now, and yeah, I mean the range getting increased here on Sinister Gaze actually, I think makes it a lot more viable. Before, you know, especially in an LC lane, you'd be like, why do you not have a point in Frost Shield? And maybe I think there's still some logic there, right? Maybe by level 4 we should definitely put a point into it. But I think this early point in a Sinister Gaze is absolutely worth it.
I agree. I also think that Frost Shield, at least in the lane, is for an offensive purpose, right? It doesn't get mitigate. It's not going to mitigate that much damage. It also pushes the lane, so you don't really trade with it.
Wow, level 6. Koikva immediately going diving. Seiyu, another roll in. Taiga into the silence. Beautiful. As they will very easily get the kill there onto the Shaker.
I think this would have been easier for them if they had just waited until that moment. It took them a while to kind of get to that level 6, and Koikva lost a lot of the advantage. So Lina now can go and free farm a bit more and get some food to travel. Actually, she's going to go for a Yule Scepter, so a build we don't see very much these days. Usually it's always boots into BKB, but Yule's because probably feels like she needs extra catch, and also very good against Legion.
Yeah, and very good against a Sven too, right? And a
Yep.
Storm. Like, it's a good item this game, which is why I'm a bit conflicted about it. Because I normally don't like to see the Yules, because then, you know, you get bots, you get BKB, but then usually you're just like, man, I really wish I had BKB already, but I just keep dying. Good silence onto 2, into the Boulder Smash, another kill for Quakefa, as they will be able to just quickly pick off Vanscore in the river. Not really sure what Smiley Knight, how he ended up so close in that fight, but he's still making pretty decent progress now on towards the Armlet. Keeping it pretty close with Mickey as well. But Mickey, the issue is he's been basically free farming with the Omni Knight mid for the past 4 minutes or so. So he is absolutely killing it here as far as his experience goes. And for Sven, more XP equals more farm thanks to especially actually the great cleave buffs that Sven got.
Yeah, pretty good actually. Now you just max the cleave, right? At this point, as a Sven, used to be the case that maybe sometimes you thought about, oh, maybe I'll get a couple points in Stormhammer. Nowadays, just cleave as soon as possible, get Heavenly Grace, Sven goes farm. But Lifestealer, he's also farming really well. His lane actually went incredibly well for Smiling Knight, and he's currently beating the Sven ever so slightly. And he will beat the Sven as long as Sven is only 1 item up, and like a small item, mind you, like say 2-3k up. Lifestealer beats him. Once it gets to 6k or like big power spikes, that's when it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I want to agree with you because I think in concept you're right. This is what's the meme one with BSJ Lifestealer versus Jug, you know, but just with the Omni Knight here, I don't know, man. The Omni Knight.
Oh, Omni Knight makes Lifestealer stronger though.
Does he? He also makes Sven a bit stronger too, doesn't he?
Well, of course, but the more strength, Lifestealer feasts more, so Lifestealer doesn't mind that too much. I think that's fine, honestly, especially because Armlet gives you so much armor that that extra damage from Sven is not that big a deal.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get to see. We'll see that be put to the test here soon enough. But no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
What I think Omni does do though is that I don't think Sven can fight the Lifestealer head on, right? But I do think that Sven can just ignore Lifestealer and kill around it, and that's fine. And you will get kited with Omni Knight because he can't get stunned and you can, unless you have radio. So there's that point. So there are ways to mitigate this, mind you. I don't think this is like a lost matchup immediately, but I just don't think Sven can go in, hit enemy carry, kill enemy carry like he tends to do. He has to play it a bit smarter. Also, Night Stalker. I think that's a big point. He's a much stronger secondary carry than your Legion, who's been kind of thwarted. And wait till you get Night Stalker with Frost Shield on, you know? Scary, icy bat that also cripples you so you can't cast spells. So that's going to be really, really strong against Omni.
For now, Quakefa not going into the Orchid, just going for the Kaya. Pardon me. As that will be the build for him. But Lena, yeah, still committing for this Yule Scepter. I think actually has it on the way already, being fetched by the Courier. So pretty decent timing here. 11 minutes in with an Invis Rune. Could actually see a potential jump. Right now, though, Quakefa's the first to rotate away as he's currently lingering in the top half of the map. Just farming in the Dire Jungle for now. Lena will go hunting, still under the cover of the Invis Rune now with the Yule Scepter especially. Quakefa might walk right here into this one. Depressed Kid is not going to go for it.
He thinks there might be a sentry in the Hydra. That's actually understandable. There's an Echo Slam still available. Go for Sayu could set up. Instead they go for the other Spirit Brother. Satchel immediately crippling fear plus that ultimate. Chasing down the Storm and needing more damage. Laguna! Who cares about the Guardian Angel? Laguna goes right through it. And Quakefa will fall, ignoring the Earth Spirit. Maybe even finding Mickey Vanscore. At one point in Sinister Gaze, bringing Mickey back. The Frostblast slowing him down. The help from Taiga. They decide to go for, once again, the easier targets. Taiga might die easily to Satchel, but Roxy's here. Ooh, that Yule Scepter just saved the Depressed Kid from a frontly duel. And Satchel might be able to get away because of that great fissure. Once again, a Frost Shield on him. He kills Taiga thanks to it. Mick is still chasing after Satchel, at least hoping to get the counter kill on this Night Stalker, but they're just not fast enough for now. Mickey, 2 seconds for the Warhammer. Oh, so close because the Tumbler Stoy. Instead, Storm comes in, zip zoops, and takes the Night Stalker away. Quakefa fighting this to the death. There's Life Strike Array. The Depressed Kid not going to be able to turn this around. In fact, this Lifestealer who comes in, hoping to finish off Mickey. That's the end of God's Strength soon as well. Smiley Knight comes in with that armlet ready, but they're a bit afraid of fighting this any further. And they're going to let them go. Okay. I don't love that TP if you're going to, you know, not commit immediately, but I guess also, as Mr. Rogers says, you can always stop.
Is that what Mr. Rogers says?
Yes. When he had a big speech in Parliament where he told the kids about how to not feel rage, and they're like, I can stop when I can.
Radiant
I can stop
structures are
when I want.
fortified.
You know, about how you can always stop being angry.
I did not know that. Lots of stacks, by the way, here going on for Liquid. That's something they can't
Radiant's
stop doing,
bottom
even if they don't
tower is
have
under attack.
the Coddle for Insania. It's not going to stop them from stacking like mad, as there's what, I think a triple
Dire's
stack here in the
top
hard
tower
camp,
is
and
under
also a triple
attack.
stack of Ancients ready to be farmed. That's going to be a nice gold ejection here for our Sven, who already has the Echo Saber online and is next going into the S&Y.
Okay. So why pretty big deal. You combine that with the status resistance that the Heavenly Grace gives you, and all of a sudden, how do they
Dire's
even
top
stop you?
tower is under attack.
So Lifestealer just needs to farm up enough so they can actually fight the Sven there.
Radiant's
And,
bottom
and
tower
Empire just
has
needs
fallen.
to... Like, what Empire needs to do in these team fights is make sure that they kill everything around the Sven, and they give a free... Just a free duel, essentially, for Smiling Knight against Sven.
Quick
Not an
thought.
actual duel, but...
Might be dead. Silenced up. Yeah, Laguna Blade. He is going to die going for that regen rune. Nice job there. Great jump from Empire.
Good bait as well. They saw the region and they go, wow, Storm monsters.
Yeah,
I think the Prescott's build is very good, actually. And they're giving a lot of space to them. And they can trust Night Stalker to be the secondary carry instead, who's going for Echo Saber, so he's actually really thinking about it.
Yeah, that's curious. That is curious. I didn't expect the Echo Saber from him. I also didn't expect that we would have a blink as early as we might have one for Seiyu. He's only 400 gold off, and here goes Empire looking for Boxy up top lane. Kill the drummer, they say. It's now Vanscore at the ready. There's a full Blade Mail ready from Boxy, but it's not going to do much here to save him here, as he will still fall to Seiyu. By the way, top tower has been taken by Smiling Knight earlier when we were fighting basically everywhere. He just took bottom as well, basically for free. So lots of space for Smiling Knight here in this game. And he's actually still keeping up pretty respectably with Mikke in terms of farm.
Very good. Mind you, he did get that level 10 talent, 30 attack speed, which is major for Lifestealer's farming speed, but you're right, no Maelstrom, nothing like that. Keeping up, even at 600 net worth difference is very good. And I actually love the Echo Saber build, by the way, on the Night Stalker. I do really does. I hope he completes it. He does. Because you need the mana regen, actually. Something overlooked on Echo Saber very often, but it's very good mana regen that Night Stalker desperately needs, and the extra catch for support is great. It's a better armlet this game.
Alright, Koikva running towards Shotchlo, but Taiga as well is going to miss, so both Spirit Brothers unfortunately cannot find the Night Stalker. Still nighttime as well for another 4 minutes, as actually they're going to look to turn. There's the stun on the Taiga, out from the Sinister Gaze. That Echo Saber, as well as Depresskid just laying the damage, they easily have the kill. Depresskid going straight into BKB next, by the way, so no BOTs.
That's going to be Laguna. We need some more follow-ups. So he's coming by. Echo Storm is also available. Heavenly Grace immediately, though, on this Sven. It is nighttime, so...
It's a blink for Shaker already.
Oh, Smiling Knight actually goes in. And they put down the ward. Doesn't matter. Fissure, there we go. Insania is stuck here, and he's going to die to Smiling Knight. Lifestealer knows no chill. He wants to fight constantly. He wants to make sure the Sven has no time to farm. And he will even farm between these fights. Well done, Smiling Knight.
Liquid can't defend this either, Abo. They are not strong enough right now to stop the push. That's all of their tier 1 towers are already gone. And versus a farming lineup, well, a Sven lineup, right? This is exactly what we want to be doing here if you're Empire. Because now there's not a lot of safe space for a Sven to be farming. Koikva finally gets this top tier 1 tower, so he's going to open up the map just a little bit more. But Empire, they can easily defend this mid-tier 1 for basically as long as they need to, especially with Blink on Shaker already. Very good timing for Seiyu. This is always something I commended on. I remember when he was playing Lion every game, and I would go, wow, this guy gets Blink immediately. Same thing here on the Shaker. I should have known.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's got good timing for a hero that can't farm at all, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's very impressive. Yeah. I think in general, their farm is really... Like, the Prescott's died so many times in the early game, and he's almost matching the Sven in farm without Boots of Travel. That is very good for a leader.
Okay, here goes Liquid, though. They know they need to change the pace of this game. There's the drummer, and the first duel here onto Vanscore. The jump as well underneath the tier 2 tower here, but the silence and timeout from Sacho into the stun as well from the Fissure. Can they pick up the kill? Koikva, he's going to die to the tower. They did at least win the duel, I think.
Yeah,
they did. Okay, so 10 duel damage for Boxy, but at the cost of their own mid laner. Very aggressive play from Koikva.
Sacho's done this twice, by the way, when he punished Koikva doing it. Insania as a target. Here comes the Lina. I think they just saw maybe the Remnants of Dragon Slave. decide to retreat, or they just assume
Oh,
he's there.
Boxy.
They find the Legion instead. There is the counter initiation with the Guardian Angel. The Press Kid could be in trouble. They catch Sayu instead. And he'll use his Blink Dagger like this. Lifestealer is joining though towards the end of the Guardian Angel. And I don't know if that jump was correct on Mickey.
Oh,
Mickey's in the high gut, but he's kind of stuck here. Chain Frost comes out. Mickey's dead. They also caught Insania, sorry. So they're going to kill both of them. Boxy in trouble. He tries to TP, not going to be successful. And Light Striker Ray takes him down. Empire just baited Liquid after Liquid thought they were the ones doing the baiting.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that Liquid thought they could take that fight. Lina's, I mean, she is pretty strong. BKB up as well here for her in that fight. Fanscore even throwing out the Chain Frost. I mean, I said, oh, against a team like Liquid, I don't think they're going to group up for you, but that was a 3 or a 2-man Echo Slam into the Chain Frost. Kind of just getting kited around super easily. I really want to highlight Shashlo's performance this game, especially whenever he's used the Dark Ascension. He's just always flying over these cliffs, making, you know, especially Mickey's life feel just about impossible here in terms of actually jumping on top of a target. Lina as well, quite fast. Of course, even without BOTs, 440 move speed with 3 stacks of the Fiery Soul, they just can't seem to get on top of her. Liquid, they're really struggling to make it work in these fights. Nothing's really quite coming together after a fantastic first, 6 or 7 minutes.
And if they catch Storm here again, they have no Echo, but they do have Fissure.
Just
Ooh,
a bit
Quick
late.
Buzz wisened up. He knows. We're gonna get a BKB soon on Satchel though, so this is gonna be easier for them soon.
It is, yeah. Yeah, that BKB's almost up already. Echo Saber, of course, not only helps his mana regen, helps him farm a lot faster as well, unsurprisingly. Who would have thought? Item that lets you attack twice, helps you farm faster.
Yeah, I miss Bowie.
Boxy almost has the shard online, though. Not quite. He's 800 gold away, but he'll farm that up relatively quickly. And I think that's actually going to be quite a big item, because for now he kind of is playing Pseudo Initiator because he doesn't have this shard yet. But once he does have shard, we have double save available, and save through Crippling Fear as well here, which has proven to be very deadly for Liquid so far. So I'm at least liking the sound of that here for Liquid.
I would not
structures
want to
are
fight
fortified.
if I was you. This man's scared. He's trying to block dice. Oh, that's oh, he was force staff. I was gonna say, did he just boulder smash himself? You can't do that.
No, yeah, you
So-
can actually boulder smash yourself.
Once your ads, right?
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah. So they get rid of the tower, which is their main objective, take over the outpost. It's like last game, but kind of mirrored. Not as much domination because it's not like Liquid got outdrafted, but Empire's playing this game 10 times better. It's honestly incredible. Liquid's made a couple of mistakes though that is giving Empire a lot of the lead. So Yu is looking for a kill here with the Infest Bomb. Can he find the Sven from behind Satchel? Catch up to Insania. He's slow. The gate on top of that. He's been silenced. He's been killed. From behind. They really want Mickey. They just messed up the Echo. That is not good. That is not good. So Yu will just fall. It's time for Smiley to fight everyone. Maybe kill Quakeva. Impossible. Fair amount of damage though.
He was close. I think he was maybe 1 or 2 hits away. I mean, with Deso now up as well as Brigand's Blade, right? Yeah. He actually almost had that kill. I think that 1 auto attack more, and he had the Storm Spirit there. But nice decisions from Liquid to TP out. It's going to be a support for a support, but with Dark Ascension used, I think Liquid are going to be quite happy with that.
I don't know if your camera caught it, but that was more so you who decided to Echo Slam in the trees and try to be super clever about catching Sven and just messed up the Echo Slam. Yeah, that was when you're Empire and you think, oh, we can do so much right now. We're so strong. And then you go and I'm so strong. I'm so strong.
I'm so strong, guys. I'm so strong.
Radiant's top tower
And you
is
try
under
to
attack.
make the play of your life, and it was an unnecessary risk. It's fine. Empire always has at least one of these per game. It's okay.
Yeah, they just need to kind of reel it in just a little bit. I really like the aggression that they're going for, and I like the skill of the item build, pardon me, here for Smiley Knight quite a bit.
Are you seeing this?
I don't know.
So S and Y from Silent Night, and then thinking Axe.
Oh.
I'm fascinated.
Oh, they did buff the Ags a bit.
Yeah, now it's disarm. So now what you can do is, I actually was theory crafting this a bit, saying I don't think this axe is good most of the time, but because Life Theater tends to be played with a secondary win condition like TA or in this case Lina, I can see this axe being useful when you're like, I've just done my job. Lina's gonna take over my role, or Night Stalker maybe this game, who knows? And I can now be a bit of a utility core as well. And because that axe makes sure that you are dealing damage while you're also disabling the enemy carry, so it's a big deal. I actually don't mind this idea. It's also a 5-second disarm, no matter what, as
And,
opposed to Unsolver.
And you start doing damage immediately now. Before you would jump in and you would just sit there for a whole second. Now you actually start doing damage immediately.
Tower is under attack.
So that was one of the other small changes they made. Smoke play though from Liquid. Thinking about making a jump on in. Nope, no blink for Sven, but a BKB online means he's a little bit more difficult to take down. Vanscore just chilling underneath this shadow
We have
amulet.
shard on Boxy, by the way. This is a big deal.
All right.
No longer will Crippling Fear stop Koikva. He is free from that Crippling Fear.
The only one showing right now is Lina on the map. No one from Liquid showing at all, but the tower falling at a pretty steady
She's the
rate.
juiciest. It's so obvious they're next to her. They're not going to fall for that bait.
The scan up from both sides. Empire, they don't know exactly where Liquid are. Obviously, they know that they're somewhere grouped up looking for some kind of play. And now Empire are going to smoke up themselves. They don't have a lot of vision, though, over on this side of the map. I think, actually, they're so close to seeing Tiger or anyone here with this other ward, but didn't they go now to the jungle?
Going in, Echo Slam will catch the Legion Commander. There you go. No more shard for you. Tiger's well dead. And they go for the last support here. It's going to be a little Insania who won't be able to survive. At least Koikva is capable of getting away with one last ball lightning, but pretty big win for Empire. Once you take away the Legion, Storm becomes vulnerable because he has no BKB just yet. Oh, and in fact, can Storm be found?
Oh,
no,
so close.
Because of nighttime, he didn't see him.
Oh, that was so close. That was unbelievably close. Yeah, that was kind of incredible. That was incredible. Shot low, because he's continuing to go on the prowl. He's going to force Mikke away here from finishing this stack of from finishing this ancient camp. Oh, wow. That was a great fight out from Empire. Just super patient as well. Just was, hey, all right, let's not make any silly moves. We're going to take this tower eventually if they just let us. And that's actually the last outer tower that Liquid have. They have no more outer towers. Mind you, this is a team that has yet to get through the enemy's mid-tier 1 tower.
And the Earth Spirit silenced Lina. No way. That haze. Catch up to her. BKB. There's a Storm. Lead.
Yep, BKB charge forced out, at least for Liquid, is a little bit of a win. Nothing too big, but a great Blink Echo Slam that time around into what was the 3-man fissure as well. I mean, that fight just really came together beautifully here for Empire. And the only one to get away, 2 heroes get away, actually, was going to be the Sven and the Storm. But, hey, after getting the towers off, not bad whatsoever here. As well as fighting with whatever we had left of that Aegis. And now we're actually going for a Lincoln Sphere here for Lina. Fascinating.
What is that going to stop? Duel. Okay.
Duel. Yep.
Duel, Stormhammer. The two biggest spells to get up to. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually.
Vortex even might not be terrible, right, to stop
Honestly,
that one?
yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Because there's the 3 ways they catch are all single target stuns, besides Rolling Boulder. And if Rolling Boulder's the case, hello, Dead Earth Spirit. Crippling Fear on top of that, like it's not, you are not getting out of that one. So I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Koikva is actually heading into this BKB. I think this is a necessary item here for the Storm to fight. The Kaya and Sanj is just simply not enough. He's still going to find himself... I mean, really, it's Crippling Fear is the biggest problem for him here this game. And although Boxy has the Shard, we've only had 1 fight with Shard, mind you. To be fair to Boxy, we have not really seen, and especially if Empire keep getting fights that kind of way, it's not going to be enough of a save here. So BKB is necessary. Storm can't just rely on Boxy. Oh no, Taiga. Gonna miss the rolling boulder. He's gonna end up here just surrounded by Smiling Knight. There's the jump though. Mikke with the Blink Dagger immediately now onto the Lina, but he finds himself already kind of kited out. There's a fissure to keep the rest of his team at bay. As Shotshlow, BKB's up, trying to at least finish up the kill here onto Taiga. Won't be able to do so. They miss the stun onto Mikke. Is in, goes Koikva. Okay, almost out of mana. Chain Frost is out. It's gonna bounce beautifully here between the Storm and Insania, but not find any kills. That's God's Strength out though. And a BKB for the Sven. So I do imagine that Empire is just going to wait a couple of seconds and then go right back on in.
Yep, there we go, back in. No Ags yet on Smiling Knight. Force the cliff, dances a bit. You know, before you break towers, it's good to break dance. Oh, the duel.
The drums.
Never mind, no, they actually, the drums. Gonna kill him.
Oh, the echo.
Everything Smiling has lived. And Smiling Knight gets to live there.
Oh, the echo.
And he even invested there to heal a bit. They saved him with a Glimmer Cape. That Echo Slam was incredible.
Yeah, wow. Wow. I can't believe Liquid just went all in there. I mean, they have to kill Smiling Knight in duel. They just have to.
And it's hard, because he had Armlet activated, so too much armor, too much HP.
Oh, wow. What an Echo Slam. Empire just completely unbelievable. What a play.
Dire's bottom tower.
Let's
is
see.
under
Let's
attack.
see that one again, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, they even had Lincolns on him, the debuff, and then they got rid of it, but just no one with BKBs and a 3-4-man Echo Slam. Yeah, the GA comes through, but Lina still has a plethora of magic damage to get through you. Ooh, great fight from Empire. They're going to be able to get a couple of kills. They get the buyback out from Boxy, and now they're just going to head straight into Roshan. Rosh number 2, Aegis, and Aghanim Shark. No cheese anymore on this guy.
Honestly, Ice Stealer? Yes.
It's not bad. Yeah, I think they will.
You know what's also very good of the Lifestealer Shard? It has a great combo in that.
That it does. I mean,
Because you open wounds him, and then you start hitting him from inside, all of a sudden it takes 2% per hit, which is a pretty big deal.
I get that. I see that for sure, but against a press the attack, I thought maybe there's a reason to give it to the Shaker instead, just so he can throw down a fissure and still be useful from the low ground without having to full commit on a blink, you know?
I see. Yeah, that was also a justifiable choice, especially because he can't farm it, but
yeah.
I like...
I like this.
We saw Gyrocopter take the shard when he had no Rocket Brush, so
True.
I think carries kind of priority.
That is
a smart choice by Mika. He stuns the creep so the Lincolns won't trigger.
Okay, there's BKB now for Quakeva, so he can be a little bit more free and aggressive in these
Ags
fights.
for Smiling Knight, though.
Okay, it's on the way. I have not seen this picked up in a professional game before, so
No,
I'm looking forward to
it's the
seeing.
first time. Of this new Ags, is the first time.
There it is. Range barracks.
In case people don't know what it does, by the way, it will reduce infest cooldown by a lot, and then you infest enemy targets, and you hit them from the inside for 5 seconds, every 1.25 seconds at least. Unless you get duel, then you're going to use one more.
Echo
Slam! That duel is impossible. Smiley still has the infest anyway. He can heal from inside, and he knows he can be Mickey in the mano a mano. There he goes. Inside Mickey. He's disarmed. Can't fight any longer. Comes outside and destroys him. Smiley continuing progression, going for Insanity this time. Poik was going to die in the back lines, so they don't even care if they kill the Omnight. What are you going to heal now? It's only Earthspirit and you.
Not to mention, by the way, I mean, you're totally right. You listed everything, but basically the increased healing that you get. You heal so much inside of enemy targets, especially when they're tanky and they've got an extra 38 strength. Empire just going to end the game. They got to buy back on Sven, but there's no Quakeflow around. He even BKB'd and still just couldn't do anything in that fight. We have another Infest at the ready. McKay, we'll see here. This is Smiling Knight will jump into him. Needs to be careful, though, that he doesn't end up inside the enemy fountain. That's not something he can really lifesteal through. For now, Empire, they're going to make the call to just go for the second lane of barracks.
I mean, it's the safest play. Smiley Knight was really eager there to finish the game, but they're like, Smiley, hold your horses. He has Infest again, though, so you saw the power there, right? Because Night Stalker and Lina's are doing damage, so the disarm matters a lot against Mickey.
Look at that, 174 for one right click there. That's the amount of increased healing that he had. And now Lina just running away at max move speed, full HP by the way for Smiley Knight. Yeah, it's not a bad one, not a bad one necessarily.
Yeah, that is that cooldown reduction is a pretty big deal. I did think though that what happened was that if you use the Infest defensively, it reduced the cooldown. Not that it always reduced it. So today I learned that's actually pretty OP, to be honest.
A little bit of breakdancing for him. Just the one lane of barracks remaining for Team Liquid in the bottom lane, as Liquid actually are going to go ahead and leave the base. Maybe looking for the one last hurrah. Smiley Knight dropped his Ags momentarily to eat mangoes, and now he's going to find Mickey. Mickey on the blink out, though, and saying, yeah, he's going to have a Dispel for himself. I forgot they have two, by the way. Not just Press the Attack, but also the Heavenly Grace. As there's going to be the offensive Infest. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. But Insania is going to be a bit too tanky. Did proc the Aeon Disc, though. Did proc Aeon Disc.
Be fearless.
Okay, Dark Ascension. They found Storm. They were trying to wrap around. Boxy's actually the first one that they're going to find. Quakeva as well, forced away. And in the meantime, Mickey already trying to fight, pulled back by the Sinister Gaze. There's going to be the BKB. The stun is out as well. Vanscore still alive, finally will drop, but the Chain Frost came through first. There was a disarm as well onto Mickey, thanks to another aggressive Infest. Insania can't help any longer as he's been killed off by Shotchlo. Mickey trying to do whatever. His Quakeva BKB's up, trying to fight through the Lina, but he's not confident. Even without a BKB on Lina, he can't fight, and he's out of mana straight into Smiley Knight with the BKB active. But Smiley Knight's just going to eat him alive as the GG is dropped. Liquid will lose game 2 here as Empire will split the series at 1 apiece.
Surprised that point of play. I guess it doesn't matter. It wasn't really what we wanted to do.